All right, so now we are in, this is called dairy number 2, is that correct, Gary?
That is correct.
All right, and what are we doing here? Who are these cows right here?
Well, these are the cows that provided the milk that made the cheese curds that you saw.
Okay, so how on earth do you know that these are the exact cows that did it?
Well, as you can see, each of these cows has an ear tag that has a number on it.
Right.
And around her neck, she also has a collar which has a transponder on the bottom.
Okay.
And as she walks on to the milking carousel, we literally have a barcode reader that reads that transponder that alerts the computer that cow 51498 is now going on and going to be milked. And so we know exactly when she was milked. That milk goes to the silo, and we know which cows then contributed the milk in the silo that is then loaded onto the tanker that you saw that went down to the cheese plant.
So during that period of time then that the carousel takes to go around, you know how that milk, how long it takes for that milk to get to the silo.
Exactly.
And you know that that milk came then from this section.
From this pen of cows,
wow,
yes we do.
That's incredible.
Yep, modern technology.
That's pretty good. And these transmitters around their necks, they're GPS or what are they? How do they work?
Well, they're just an electronic transponder that does a couple of things. One, its primary, is to identify that cow.
Right.
And so it alerts the computer, and then we have a computer record of every individual cow here. So we might have 32,000 cows, but each one is an individual with an individual record saying when she had a calf, if she was ever treated for anything, how many pounds of milk she gives, and that type of thing. In addition, they also have a pedometer in them, so we know how many steps that cow took.
Gotcha.
And that's useful for our dairy managers. The computer will compute an average number of steps for that cow, and so if it falls so many standard deviations below that average, it will alert the manager maybe that cow's not feeling well. If it's so many deviations above, she may be in heat, so she's a little more excited. She's walking around a little more.
Gotcha. Okay. This one right here, 51498, she seems to be staring at me. Do you think she likes me?
I think she does.
How you doing, honey?
You know, it helped us a lot when we switched away. We used to name all these cows, but it was just taking too long, and so we switched to numbers.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's a little crazy.
You know, we had 3 guys that just sat around at night, nothing else to do, and came up with the names.
Full-time job to name cows.
Full-time, yeah. Paid well.
All right, so now we're going to go off to the carousel then, right?
We are.
Okay,
yep.
Excellent. Let's go. All right, so now we're in the milking parlor, and we have followed that group of cows that we just saw out in the dairy. We followed them in here to the carousel. Gary, tell me quickly what's going on here.
Well, this is a 72 cow carousel, so we got 72 cows on here at one time. It takes about 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes to make one revolution, so we're milking 72 cows every 8.5 minutes. Cow take about 5 minutes to milk out. As you can see, or maybe you can see on this monitor here, from what we told you about the transponder, this cow's number is on that gauge and how many pounds she's given to date right now. So this cow's already given about 3 pounds of milk since they just put the milker on.
So just in a third of a turn, 3 pounds of milk.
About 3 pounds.
So how many, what's the average that a cow will give on its
Depends on where she is in her lactation, but say 100 pounds a day.
Okay, gotcha. And how many times is each cow on the carousel?
She's milked 3 times. 3 times. We milk 3 times a day.
Okay, excellent. All right.
And from here, the milk will go down into the center. It will go into some storage tanks over here, and we'll go take a look at those.
All right, let's go do that. All right, so now we're in the tank room. So basically, the milk that we just saw coming off the carousel will take in here, right?
Comes in here first as a balance tank, then comes through this plate cooler, and so the milk will come out of the cow at about 102 house temperature, and within a matter of minutes goes down to 37 degrees. Then it goes into one of the big tanks, and then we load it. When one of those tanks are full, we load it on the tank, and that's what he's doing right now.
So once they reach 50,000 pounds of milk, then they get put directly onto the truck.
On the truck, we head out to someplace, either our plant or some other.
Right. This particular batch is heading over there to make curds.
Right.
Okay, excellent. All right, so Gary, where are we now, and is it safe?
Well, it's moderately safe.
Okay.
We're at the base of a very large corn silage pile.
Okay.
As we talked about in the cheese plant, one of the things about a vertically integrated dairy is everything is under our control.
Right.
So this is part of the feed that was grown last summer that we're now feeding to the animals. This happens to be corn silage, forms the basis of our ration. This time of year, obviously, there's no growing crops. But this is the residual of last year's crop that we harvested. And we feed a total mixed ration, so we feed a little of everything and combine it all together. So we take some from column A and some from column B and mix it all together, and that's what the cow eats.
And this is just a portion of it. So over here you have another one that hasn't been tapped into yet.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't probably get to that till the tail end of this year.
And that is also from this last harvest then?
That literally was from the harvest of 209. This is literally from 208.
Okay.
We keep an extra year's feed around just because of how many cows we have.
Gotcha. Okay. And so over here behind us we have the mixtures that all go into the feed.
That's correct.
Okay. So what
byproducts? It's varied. It's minerals. It's corn gluten. It's a lot of different
Vitamins.
things. Vitamins.
Excellent.
Yep.
Wow. Cool. All right, let's get out of here. This is scaring me.